I'm just going to say this. As a nerd who has been a nerd most of my life, gatekeeping is the reason everything fucking sucks right now. You gatekeeping motherfuckers. Y'all are the reason shit sucks right now. Comic fans, your gatekeepers are the reason comics suck. Video games, your gatekeepers are the reason video games suck. Anime, your gatekeepers are the reason anime sucks. Star Wars, your fucking toxicity, the fucking toxicity of your fans is almost epic. It's almost sweeping in its epic shittiness. MCU fans, you're reaching fucking Star Wars fans' level of toxicity. It's almost epic. Oh, and DC fans, don't think I'm going to let you motherfuckers off the hook either, because you motherfuckers are trying to catch up to MCU fans, which is trying to catch up to Star Wars fans. Y'all have fucking sucked all the joy out of this shit. I know this character and I know this character. That character damn should be. Oh, you don't know nothing. You are the reason comics suck right now. Oh, there's no way that a girl would be able to be a Jedi, blah, blah, blah. You are the reason Star Wars fucking sucks right now. You. Anime, video games, movies. You are all, you gatekeeping motherfuckers are the reason everything sucks right now. Because instead of encouraging people to love the shit that you love, the shit that you're passionate about, you have to be a raging hard-on about all of it. You think your favorite character can be their favorite character. You can't just go ahead and say, hey, bygones be bygones, I see differently. No, you got to go, nyeh, 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 nyeh. You don't know nothing, you don't know nothing. Where you at? Where you at? Fuck you. You're the reason it sucks right now. Comic Gate, that was because of you. Video Game Gate, remember that? Gamergate, that was because of you. The toxicity following the Star Wars films. Guess who that was? Y'all have fucking sucked the joy out of shit because you are arrogant fucks. Y'all have forgotten the days where people laughed at you for liking the shit that you did. Y'all forgot the days when people poo-pooed everything we liked, from comics to video games. Now you have become the bullies. Fucking congratulations, you sorry bastards.
I was supposed to do this a couple of days before, but I've been tired just a little bit. I've just been wanting to gather my thoughts and see other sources of viewpoints and actually listen to some people on social media. Well, not listen, but like observe for what they're saying. It's very funny. And this, honestly, this thought process, it popped up still around the time Spider-Man No Way Home. And yes, I understand. It's a new year. Spider-Man No Way Home was last year. But this started a lot of more controversy for those of you who don't understand this, because during this whole time, right? And this is going to go right into the topic that we're going to be talking about. There was this big ass debate about, real comic book fans, comic fans, and their perspective on who they think is Peter Parker, then the whole thing about Miles Morales got brought up because it's an old conversation. It's an old dead conversation that Miles Morales isn't Spider-Man because he's not Peter Parker Spider-Man and all this other stuff.
You know one of the greatest things about Spider-Man's outfit? What? He is completely covered. So any kid could imagine he's Spider-Man because no color of the skin shows. He could be black under that, he could be red, he could be yellow, he could belong to any race. And that wasn't done purposely, it was done accidentally. But I think it was the best thing we did, making him so that he could be anybody under that costume.
Miles Morales is Spider-Man.
And then I see videos of other guys talking about why these types of people are the reason why everything sucks right now. Right? And I'm going to put the clips of these people in there, but go support these creators because they spoke out. And what they said in their clips was not wrong at all. It was 100% the truth, because it is true. These gatekeeping motherfuckers have got to stop, because they're the reason why stuff sucks for a lot of us nerds. There's a heavy reason. They're the same people that attacked Star Wars and made it suck for a good plethora of time. They're the reason why DC Comics sucked, because they picked that shit apart with the whole conversation about Batman and Superman and all this shit. They're the reason why we probably will never get a live action Miles Morales, because they don't know how to fucking act. Because the moment they even see Miles Morales, or anyone even brings up their love for Miles Morales, it's that stupid statement. Miles Morales isn't Spider-Man. He's not Peter Parker Spider-Man. I wanna address something right now, and this is and I might yell, but I'm sorry, but I really am getting sick of this stupid ass statement, because it doesn't make any sense. Of course he's not Peter Parker. Peter Parker, in every single story on, it tells you that Peter Parker does not make the costume. I mean, does not make it, he's not the thing that represents Spider-Man. It's what he does and what he represents and how he lives his life represents Spider-Man. Do you realize how many people who aren't Peter Parker in the comics period, and just the comics, who are Spider-Man, who have represented the role as Spider-Man? We got Spider-Punk. He's not Peter Parker. Forget what his name is. I'll look it up afterwards. I believe Cosmic Spider-Man isn't Peter Parker. I can't remember his name either, but it's somebody. Gwen Stacy isn't Peter Parker. What about Aunt May and Uncle Ben? They assumed the role of Spider-Man. Spider-Man 2099 isn't Peter Parker. Spider-Man Noir isn't your Peter Parker. Penny Parker, and if you want to get technical, Peter Parker. He's not Peter Parker. He's not Spider-Man in your eyes, according to you gatekeeping people. So what are y'all on about? I'm telling you. Ever since, and I'm gonna say this right now, ever since the 2000s passed us, we have been nothing but assholes. In the nerd gaming community, we've been nothing but assholes. And no, I'm not talking about the ones that actually speak out and have a sense of self and have self-confidence and is not spouting this bullshit every time they see something on social media, right? I'm not talking about you guys. I'm talking about the ones that don't have any self-esteem. I'm talking about the ones that just can't get over their past trauma that happened to them in either elementary school, middle school, or high school, that they were bullied or picked on by other kids who weren't like them, that bullied them because they were different, because they talked different, because they didn't have much social skills. Those are the people I'm talking about. These are the same people that because of that happening to them, they will lash out online and they will spout all of this crap and then just take everyone down. Make everyone feel like pieces of shit. And you would think that their words wouldn't hurt people, but it actually does. There have been so many videos of people crying on either stream or on the video because they got cyberbullied or they got harassed, borderline abuse by these people who would not leave them alone because they cosplayed either as an anime character, right? Or a character, like Superman, and they didn't have the color skin of them, of the actual characters, so they say all this actual racist like this prejudice shit, this very hateful shit in the comments, in their comment section, whenever they post something or talk about something. A bunch of girls talking about Spider-Man and comics. Here, and then you see all these comments of these incels telling them that they don't know nothing about Spider-Man because they missed one piece of information. You know how many times I missed one piece of information while talking about the things that I love? You know how many times I did that? Hundreds of times. Hundreds of times I've missed so much little details. And would you want to know what I say in the video? If I miss something, please let me know, address it in the comments. But then you get those motherfuckers that will literally try to crucify you because you didn't say something because you didn't say what was, in their head, You didn't address what was going on over there. You didn't address what was going on, and you didn't address that little small, insignificant detail that either anime character, gaming character, comic book character, a tokusatsu character, at one point, do y'all think that what you're doing is not productive? At what point do you realize that what y'all doing is not helping anybody at all? In fact, y'all are the reason why society shuns us. Still, to this very, despite all of the movies, despite all of the TV shows, despite all of the merchandising that a lot of the nerd culture has been getting, we still get shunned because of you guys, because of y'all motherfuckers that will just don't know how to act. Because, like I said, you don't have any social skills. You don't know how to talk to people. You take everything to heart, even when it's not even about you. And because you don't have people that agree with you, you want to shove your opinion down everyone else's throats, even though it's possibly wrong. And then becomes even more wrong when you get toxic with it. But then when someone calls you out on the shit, here's your response. Well, I don't really care that much. Sir, ma'am, if you didn't care that much, then why even go that far with what you just did? Why tell somebody that they can't cosplay a character because their skin tone doesn't match? Why tell somebody who addresses as Miles Morales, that Miles Morales isn't Spider-Man? Why go on someone else's shit when they're talking about a certain topic regarding, like I said, Power Rangers, any comic book hero, any video game, and then post a hateful comment saying that they don't know what they're talking about, they're stupid, they're dumb, they're retarded. Like y'all seen it before, and some of y'all get it in your own comment section. So let's not pretend that this doesn't happen, okay? Let's not pretend that these people don't do this shit, because they actually do. And it's always the question as to why. Why would they even do that? It's not just because they hate themselves. It's because of the fact that society did not accept them when they were like this to society. When they had their arms open to society and they didn't have any fear. But society made them like crawl up in their little shell. And I know this because I was like that. Okay? This is coming from also a personal experience. I used to be a really open kid. I used to be really open with my nerd side. But once I got to elementary school, middle school, and high school, that was frowned upon. That was an invitation to be made fun of, to be the joke of the day. Either that, and because I felt so hurt and bad, I started stuttering. I couldn't come up with words because no one wanted me to speak. They always told me to shut up and made fun of me because of my voice. Because I didn't talk like a normal kid. So as the years went on, I was like that. I pushed away everybody. I posted shit in the comments. And in different comments. Like, just getting angry for no reason. When there was no reason for me to do this. Absolutely none. There's no reason. But because I feel some type of way, I make everyone feel as much pain as I was feeling. No one else can enjoy the things that I can enjoy. Only I can enjoy that. Nobody else can. Everyone else, get away from the things that I love because they didn't leave me unlike you. They didn't treat me as bad like you. That's how I felt. Back then, that's really how I felt. That really is. I hardly had any friends. I had one friend. One. Everyone else, I didn't treat like they were, on the same boat as me. I didn't at all. But then as I got older, I realized that I shouldn't be doing this if I want more friends. If I want more friends, if I want to talk to people about the things that I love and enjoy, I can't keep doing this. If I want a future where I can openly speak up about how I feel in situations where back then I would just say fuck no because I don't want to get put on the spot, I would, I realized that, that this has to stop. I can't think like this, But that's honestly where a lot of these gatekeepers come from. It's not because of the fact that they are just racist and whatnot. It's the fact that they're hurt. And they want other people to hurt the same way they do. They don't want the things that they love being shared by other people in different ways. They don't want other people to express themselves in different ways as nerds. Them constantly attacking, girls who like anime, girls that like gaming, girls that like Power Rangers and all that. It's very rare to see these women, but whenever you do, it's always that post where she's commenting about why people are attacking her because she likes these things. It's because of the fact that a lot of us and I'm gonna say this right now, a lot of us in our when in like middle school, elementary school, high school, we could never find these women. We could never find them anywhere, even though they were right beside us. We weren't really looking until, you know, we go on social media and here they are, and and then we were like, well, what the fuck? Where have y'all been at? And then and then what happens was we choose not to believe it and say like, nah, they're just doing this for a trend, or nah, they're just doing this to get views or popularity and all that, and we shun them. Like we shun them, we harass them, we bully them, because we got bullied in our school, in our high school years and middle school years. So I don't see any reason why we shouldn't attack them the same way they did us. That is how a lot of them think. That's how a lot of these gatekeepers, a lot of these, you know, nerds with low self-esteem actually think. They think everyone else is against them. Even the women that they wanted to be in their lives. They truly believe that. They believe that everyone else is just is still against them. That everyone else is still the enemy. That now that nerd culture is mainstream, everybody else want to get on it. So no one's really a nerd except for me. You know? And that's wrong. I'll say that right now. That is all the way wrong. We cannot keep having this notion that no one else can be a nerd, that no one else can be a gamer, and they don't look like how a regular nerd or gamer should look like. Like that perception is also dumb. Just because a woman doesn't have glasses with nerdy clothes and all that does not mean that she's not a nerd. A lot of them like to dress up. A lot of them like to glam out. And there's nothing wrong with that. But we have got to stop assuming shit. We gotta stop assuming that this is the way it is. I know of a dude who's as tall as a skyscraper, right? He went to the same high school as me. He graduated a year before me, though. But he was on the basketball team. And one day, I was at Otakon. And I'm walking. This is my first day at Otakon. My first time ever at Otakon. I'm walking around. All of a sudden, I see him. I was like, wait a minute. He's here? I was like, whoa, what? I didn't know you like this stuff. It was like, yeah, man, I love this stuff. And I saw a side of him I never thought I would see. Because I didn't see that in school. Either that or I wasn't paying attention. And that's another thing that a lot of us didn't do in high school. We were so closed up in our shell. We weren't really looking. Everyone, it was like how how that kid was in The Silent Voice. All the other people had X's on their face. Meanwhile, I'm not looking in the eye of other people. I'm looking down. I'm in my own head. And anyone else that comes up to me had that X on their face. Because they don't exist to me. That's how it is. That's how it was for me and a lot of other like nerds and people who are just socially awkward. That's what we do. And it's a damn shame to even admit that. But that's the truth. That's honestly the truth. Because we were wrong. We still are wrong. We were wrong about a lot of things. Our assumptions about other people were wrong. Our assumptions about other people still are wrong. You can love nerd stuff and not look like one. You can have different opinions and still be a nerd and still be cool. It's okay. But you bashing everyone else and everything else that's different is the reason why everything sucks. You want to know why Marvel movies won't get better in your opinion? It's because companies are scared to even take a chance because of you. Because you take your time every day in the comments, on social media, and whatnot, spouting this hate and bullshit. And you don't think they see that. But the truth is they do. They honestly do. And it's high time you realize that. You gatekeepers. It's high time y'all realize that. In that regards to anything. Anime, comic books, whatever. They look at that. They look at people who spaz the fuck out about Power Rangers. They look at people who spaz the fuck out about Sonic. They look at people who spaz the fuck out about Spider-Man. They look at people who spaz the fuck out about this. So, the next time y'all want to say something, think about what you're saying first and even wonder if what you're saying is the right thing to say. Because 9 times out of 10, it's not. And I'm going to say this right now. 2022 and the rest for the rest of this lifetime, we have got to stop being gatekeepers, and we have got to stop allowing gatekeepers to speak for us. We've got to stop that. And I know a lot of people getting ready to say, they'll just let them punch themselves out. No, because they're damaging things that we want. That's the whole thing about it. They are destroying things and damaging things that we want in the nerd culture. That's the whole thing about it. So we have to shut these people down, because what they're doing is not socially acceptable. It's not right. People are getting bullied, cyberbullied, for cosplaying different characters, for talking about different topics, for just doing anything different. Because gatekeepers don't like that. Because they want their love for this stuff to be intact in their view of what intact is. Meaning they only want it for themselves. So they'll withhold it and keep it from everybody else. There's still that little shy kid that got bullied, and after everyone apologized, he withheld everything that everyone ever cared about, and won't let anybody share. Won't let anybody have it at all. He won't share. That's all I wanted to say about that. Let me know in the comments section what y'all think about what I said, and if you have any other viewpoints from your point of view on gatekeepers, on anything that I said. Let me know in the comments down below. This has been Master of Sakurai. Y'all have a good day. Have a good weekend. Stay safe out there. I love y'all. Peace.